Just a short video to discuss my experiences with the Samsung Gear VR and my recent purchase of the Quest 2, Oculus Quest 2. My experience of the Samsung Gear VR was not brilliant. I didn't find the experience particularly pleasing. The graphics quality was very poor. The choice of software was poor, and I ended up just getting rid of it. My experience of the Quest 2 has been remarkably different. The build quality of the device itself is extremely good. I have no issues there. It's very comfortable to wear. I recently purchased it because they did a free upgrade from 64 gigabytes to 128 gigabytes. So I thought, well, now's a good time to buy one. The quality of the imagery is pretty good. I mean, I was quite impressed. It's certainly good enough to be immersive for me. I mean, I feel like it feels real. It's not like, oh my God, blow your mind away, amazing. But then again, I am gaming on a high quality 144 megahertz monitor, so to get to that level it would be extremely difficult, and I'm not going to spend £1,000 on a hardware to game with. Not that I think there's anything wrong with that, but I've got other priorities. I found the software slightly tricky to use. It probably took me about a day or so to kind of understand how the systems were working. It's confused. I should also say that I bought the data link cable because I figured I'm going to hook it up to my PC, because if you buy the data link cable, you can basically stream from your PC to the device, and you're not dependent upon the horsepower of the device itself. I would say do not buy the data link cable offered by Oculus. It's basically a rip-off. It's like £50 for a cable, and I bought one for £20. It's just as good. The interesting thing is you can actually stream using the AirLink function from your PC to the device using wireless, but you need a pretty good router. You need a 802.11ac or AX router, and I didn't have any problem with the streaming. I found it a little bit tricky to get working, and sometimes it would stop working, but not enough for it to be unusable. There is an alternative streaming software other than the built-in AirLink function called Virtual Desktop, and you can use that. I can't honestly say which is better at the moment. If you want to stream Steam games, you'll need to install Steam VR, and it does get a little bit complicated because there's various systems that you're using to get this working. It's quite geeky. I'd say it's a pretty geeky setup, which I don't mind myself, but others may find it problematic. The choice of games seems pretty good. It's not overwhelming, but I think it's good enough to keep most people satisfied. The game store is pretty good, but the games they're not cheap. I mean, you're looking at £10 to £20 per game. The quality of the games, some of them is remarkably good. I mean, there is effort being put in here, and I do think that the systems have a future. So it might be worth an investment, but I think things are going to progress fairly rapidly in this area of gaming. Wearing the headset itself was sometimes a little bit awkward because I wear glasses, and sometimes the glasses would get caught on the helmet. And also I'm finding using varifocals a little bit awkward because you sometimes you end up being forced to look through the varifocal part of the lenses, and that's no good because that's for reading. So I'm going to have to use some normal glasses for this system, or maybe even get some contacts and use those. I would recommend you do research before you buy any games, because there are brilliant games and there are really rubbish games. So don't just randomly buy things thinking that you're going to get something worth buying. Anything else? Overall, I would say it's worth £300 and certainly worth giving it a shot. I might record a better video later on. This is the first time I've ever done this, so, well, not the first time, but I haven't done this very often. And thank you for listening.